Halo everyone, jumpa lagi dengan motor1.com Indonesia. Video kali ini agak beda ya, karena kami sekarang berada di kantor yang megah di kawasan Jakarta Selatan, yaitu kantor PT Mercedes-Benz Distribution Indonesia. Dan tentunya kami di sini nggak cuma mampir ya, karena kami akan melakukan wawancara eksklusif dengan orang nomor 1 di lingkungan PT Mercedes-Benz Distribution Indonesia. Siapakah beliau? Beliau adalah, please welcome Mr. Choi Duk Jun. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, Pak Kunta. Good morning. Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz studio here
in
Jakarta.
How are you?
Very well, fine, thank you. Terima
Thank
kasih.
you for your time and we really appreciate it.
Terima kasih.
Honors, beliau adalah Presiden Director dari PT Mercedes-Benz Distribution Indonesia sejak tahun 2019. Mr. Choi, or should I call you Pak DJ?
That would be better, yeah.
Better. Pak DJ, with us now, we have the all-new Mercedes-Benz C-200 and C-300, which were just released in Indonesia. Could you please give us a short explanation about the profile of those cars and what is the main market of both of the cars?
Thank you very much for the question. This all-new C-Class was actually launched about a month ago in July here in Jakarta. And, and this is the 6th generation of the C-Class. And not only is it a global bestseller, but it is also a best-selling model here in Indonesia for the last 30 years. And we're very excited that with the launch of this all-new C-Class, namely the C200 and the C300, it has got very, very positive response from our customers here in Indonesia, and we're very excited to be able to launch this car, the long-awaited all-new C-Class, last month. Allow me to maybe elaborate a little bit on the character of this car. As you can see from here in the face, you will see that it's got very sporty exterior. The predecessor was also looking very elegant, but you can see that this is also very sporty and elegant at the same time. And in the interior, it is a clear reflection of the modern luxury design concept that Mercedes-Benz stands for. It also is equipped with a lot of comfort features, namely it has become more room, it has got more space inside, and the new seat design is designed with a memory package, keyless go, and it's also got hands-free access. Yeah? In terms of connectivity, it has also got the latest design. It has got the latest generation of the MBUX, and in terms of control, it has got a very large center control, which is maybe if you get into the car, that will be the first thing that will catch your eyes. Yeah? So again, we're very happy with this new model, and we're pretty sure again this new C-Class will be a strong pillar in our lineup of Mercedes-Benz model here in Indonesia.
Oh,
thank you.
Cool. And yes, and the most impressive one for me is the center console. The console is very, and the big screen.
Absolutely. That's what I said earlier on. When you get into the car, that will be probably the first thing that will catch your eyes.
And talking about Indonesian market, how does Mercedes-Benz see the Indonesian automotive industry in the next 5 to 10 years?
Globally, the whole industry is going through a very huge transformation, and Indonesia is also heading in that direction. So how we see in the next 5-10 years is we see the shift from combustion engines to electric vehicles and also connectivity. For us here, for us at Mercedes-Benz, we are also going to shift towards from combustion engine to full electric in the next couple of years. Already globally, the Mercedes-Benz strategy has been to shift completely from combustion to electric latest by 2030 in all countries that is possible legally. Yeah? And you can see not only us, all the other major OEMs are also heading in that direction, also here in Indonesia. Another trend that we see in the automotive industry is the connectivity, where in the future, vehicles will be more advanced and interconnected, which provides more convenience for the user. At Mercedes-Benz, we call it Mercedes Me. And this Mercedes Me application enables you to pair your vehicle and activate features such as remote start engine, remote door lock and unlock, locate vehicles, and many more, all at the convenience of your palm. Just scan the QR code in the vehicle's multimedia or enter your vehicle identification number in the app to pair your vehicle.
Wow, it's really sophisticated. And how is the feedback from the customers regarding the Mercedes-Benz products that have been launched? And what is the most popular model?
I have to say that Mercedes-Benz is very fortunate here in Indonesia because I think our customers just love our brand and our products. And this has been a testimony for the last 30 years where we've always been able to maintain the #1 premium position here in Indonesia. And last year is no exception. Last year we also ended up as being the best selling premium brand. And this year we're confident that by the end of this year we will also end up as the most favorite premium brand here in Indonesia. So based on our sales in the last 7 months, the GLC is by far the most favorite model. The GLC contributed to about 20% of our total sales, followed by the E-Class. Yeah? The E-Class is about 17% of our total sales.
I see. So GLC and C-Class, E-Class, the most popular models in Indonesia. Okay, and then now we are talking about the SUVs. SUVs are becoming more popular. Will Mercedes-Benz launch new SUV models to strengthen its product lineup?
The popularity of SUV has been a global trend in the last 5-10 years, and certainly here in Indonesia. As I mentioned earlier on, the GLC is also our best-selling model, but our GLE is also actually quite popular. This year we have already the full range, more or less the full range of SUVs already available and offered to our customers here in Indonesia. We have one model that is coming up that we will launch is the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600. Now, when we launch this Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600, this will be more or less the complete range, starting from our compact GLA all the way up to the GLS 600. And that will make the total models that we offer in this market a total of 10 different models.
From all Mercedes-Benz SUVs in the Indonesian market, which one is the most popular model and why?
Yeah, as mentioned earlier on, I gave the answer away. Earlier on, GLC, already in the first 7 months of this year, occupied 20% of our total sales. Followed closely, or let's say followed by GLE. GLE is also selling quite well. Unfortunately, we have a backlog of orders which we are struggling very hard to offer to the customers. But at the moment, it's GLC and the GLE. And these two models are equipped with very sophisticated technology. The first of all is the MBUX, wireless charging, parking pilot, EQ boost engine that makes especially the GLA a mild hybrid vehicle. On top of that, in line with the Mercedes-Benz cars, it has got very high safety equipment. It has got pre-safe that automatically straightens seats, fastens seat belt, and closes window upon impact. It also has active lane keeping system, assist rather, and the 360-degree camera. In terms of comfort, there's got the hand-free access, keyless go, aromatic suspension for the GLE. Now, on top of that, all Mercedes vehicles are equipped with a 5-year star service and a 2-year star tire program that provides customer with a stress-free or worry-free motoring experience with the Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, it's impressive. And what about Mercedes-Benz sedans? Which one of the most popular sedans in the Indonesian market and why?
In the first 7 months of this year, I mentioned earlier on that this E-Class was the top-selling sedan, and it's actually the second selling model after the GLC. However, historically, when I look, it's actually the C-Class that has been, let's say, the best-selling sedan here in Indonesia for the last 30 years. The reason why in the first 7 months the C-Class was not the top seller among the sedan was because we were in a run-out phase of the predecessor, the W206, and in the first half of this year, we had no C-Class to sell, and we only launched the new C-Class in last month. So therefore, I think going forward, you can see that the E-Class will continue. It's a very nice car, E-Class 2. It will continue to be successful, but also at the same time, I would not be surprised if the C-Class will quickly catch up with the sales of the E-Class, making the C-Class maybe,
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if C-Class becomes #1 selling sedan again in our lineup.
I hope so. And you just said that Indonesia and the world will face the electrification era within 5 to 10 years. How is Mercedes Indonesia preparing for electrification era?
Yes. Before I talk about what we are doing here in Indonesia, allow me to elaborate a little bit about what is happening globally for Mercedes-Benz in terms of free emission, zero emission driving going forward. So there's something called the Mercedes-Benz Ambition 2039 that was announced globally, and the ambition here is that by 2039 we will have an emission-free fleet latest by 2030. So which means by 2030 all our cars will be electric. So we will not be manufacturing, we will not be selling any more combustion cars by 2030. Already in 2025, actually, we will not be developing any more new combustion engine cars. Yeah? And latest by 2039, not only in our fleet of cars, but in everything we do, including our manufacturing process, including at our dealerships, the ambition is to go zero carbon. And here in Indonesia, what we're doing in line with our global strategy, our immediate preparation had been to launch our EQ, our line of battery electric vehicles. So later this year, we will start with the launch of the EQS here. And we have been preparing this together with our dealers, together with our partners, to get everything ready here that we can launch these cars so that our customers in Indonesia can also start with our EQ models very soon.
I see. I can't wait. I hope your EV will coming soon.
Thank you very much. And we're working very hard to ensure that we can launch within this year.
Okay. And then what has Mercedes-Benz done to introduce its electric vehicle in Indonesia? How does Mercedes-Benz build the electrification ecosystem for its product?
At the moment, we have been working, as I mentioned earlier on, together with our dealers and together with external partners, in this case PLN, which we are partnering to offer, let's say, the best solution for charging for our customers. So we have made all this preparation, and we are also training our technicians in order to be able to service these cars. And very soon, as I mentioned earlier on, as the global strategy is to go towards full electric by 2030, we have to work hard in order to also meet that timeline here in Indonesia. So already with the launch of the EQS later this year, next year we will have a series of new models that we're going to launch here in Indonesia. And I think we are in a pretty good preparation. So I think so far we are good to go. And we're very excited that we will be one of the first pioneers also here in Indonesia to bring forward the electrification of the vehicle in Indonesia.
Now we know Mercedes is very attentive to its customers' satisfaction. Does Mercedes-Benz have customized or personalized divisions for customers in Indonesia? If yes, what do these divisions offer for the customers? And how is the feedback from your customers?
Also in line with the global strategy and the structure, we have a division called the top-end vehicle division, which specifically focus on the segment of our top-end vehicles, namely the S-Class segment, namely the Mercedes Maybach, and the G-Class. And these are all our, this constitutes all our top-end segment. And here, as I mentioned earlier on, we have a special department also here in Indonesia that looks specifically into this segment. So customization can be applied to vehicle specification, including its exterior and interior, color seats, stitching patterns, seat material, and as well as any wishes that the customer might have towards our car. A customized vehicle will require an ordering time of, let's say, 6 to 8 months, because this will be, the production will take place once the order is confirmed, according to the specification of the customer. So far, the response from the customer has been very good. And each year we see an increase in the demand for these top-end vehicles. And we continue to work hard to meet the demands of all our top-end customers here in Indonesia.
Pak DJ, I would like to ask a little bit personal about your hobby. What sport are you currently into and why?
I really enjoy playing golf, and actually
Cool.
it is my favorite and only sport that I do on a regular basis.
Yes.
And on top of that, I like it here very much in Jakarta and Indonesia because there are so many nice golf courses. But the most, let's say, rewarding thing about golfing here in Indonesia is, in general, globally, golfers are happy people, but especially so here in Indonesia. So every time I walked into the golf course, into the clubhouse, and onto the field, it's a very nice feeling because Indonesian golfers are really happy golfers, and it's good and always enjoyable to be among happy people. Now, coming back to golf, I just wish I played a bit better than I normally play, but okay, such is life. Yeah.
Yes.
And golf is good because golf is also not only a recreation, but it's also a competition spirit, sportsmanship, and friendship among players on the course. On top of that, since we are still in the pandemic situation, golf is considered as a safe sport, and I'm very happy and excited to see the golfing population here in Indonesia growing in the last 2 years, and which has also had a very positive impact on our Mercedes trophy, where we were able to establish a very good relation and engagement of our customers during this pandemic time through the help of golf, because golf is maybe one of the few sports that we can still exercise outdoors and maintain the physical distance between one another.
So you are a good golfer.
You can say I'm a good golfer because anytime if there's an opportunity to play golf, I would golf. But the performance is another
Or maybe
topic.
you have a handicap number.
It's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing,
okay.
but maybe we'll postpone that information to another time.
Yeah.
But I certainly wish I could play better.
How long? And then how long have you been playing golf?
Well, actually, I started playing golf, I think, a little above 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. But I think it's been on and off. But fortunately, after moving to Indonesia, I think I'm playing more regularly, especially during the pandemic. Not at the beginning of the pandemic, but let's say after a couple of months since the pandemic, when it became, let's say, safer, and when the government allowed golfing as a sport, then I think I started playing more regularly, at least every weekend. So I've been playing for a long time, but I think coming here to Indonesia have made me to play more regularly golf every weekend.
And then how does golf impact yourself and Mercedes-Benz?
Well, personally, being able to go out and play every Saturday morning together with friends, this is the time where I can refresh, I can switch off, and totally enjoy myself. But at the same time, it's a wonderful sport because you know, the feeling of walking on the green grass every morning, every Saturday morning. This is a great feeling out there in the nature. And as I mentioned earlier on, when you are on the golf course, I think everyone is happy. So it's good. It's a good feeling to be around people that are happy all the time.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's really enjoyable every time. Yeah, I'm on the field. Yeah. And if I may add, since 30 years ago, 1992, Mercedes-Benz have been conducting the Mercedes Trophy here in Indonesia, which is a prestigious golf tournament. And this year we celebrated actually our 26th edition, or the 26th year of Mercedes Trophy, and we have had tremendous, let's say, positive response from our loyal customers, although it is also open to the public. Yeah, and we do this. We try to do this every year, with the exception of during the Corona period where we are not able to do, but otherwise we do it every year. And this year we have also been successful in conducting 5 qualifying events. And this month we are planning to do the 6th. And next month we're planning to do our Mercedes Trophy final for 2020. Yeah? And with this, we are able to provide the best customer experience to our customers, but also at the same time, more importantly, we're able to engage our customers through golf. Yeah. So for us, golf is a really good, let's say, a partner platform for us to keep our customers engaged.
I see, I see. Hopefully, the tournament will continue every year.
We certainly hope so. Thank you.
And now we are talking about your career. Can you tell us about your career path before Indonesia?
Yeah, I have been with this company for the last 23 years. So it's a very long service, I have to say, especially out here in Asia. I joined Mercedes in Hong Kong in 1999 as the regional manager for Korea.
I see.
And actually, yeah, 23 years ago, the landscape of Mercedes-Benz here in Indonesia was quite different as we see it here today. But on the other hand, I have to say that I am extremely lucky and privileged to have joined this company, and also to be part of the group of people that have been building the foundations and making the 3-Pointer Star the leading premium brand in the region. From Hong Kong, actually, I moved to Korea, my home country, to set up our own subsidiary. And by default, because of that, I'm actually the first Korean employee of Mercedes-Benz.
I see.
And then I was again lucky to be offered later on a position in Singapore in a regional role, supporting the businesses in Korea, Malaysia, the Philippines, Brunei, and Indonesia. Yeah? It is on this assignment that I first became involved in Indonesia for 3 years that I was on assignment in Singapore. After 3 wonderful years in Singapore and working here with the colleagues in Indonesia, I was asked to move to China on an assignment where I spent actually more than 7 years. I moved to Beijing in the middle of 2006. And at this time, we were pretty much setting up our business in China. And I was also at the prime. Those were my prime years. And we worked really hard building the retail network all over the country in China. Just to give a short, let's say, description of the main thing that we have done is when I started my assignment in China, I remember we had less than 40 dealerships across China. And when I left 7.5 years later, we had 100 more dealerships in China, making the total to be about 140, 150, and with another 50 under construction. Yeah? So, and also I consider myself very lucky. I believe because of that contribution, I was also promoted to be the Vice President of Network Development at MB China. After having spent more than 7 years in China, although my family and I enjoyed our time in China, I requested to return to Korea. And fortunately, again, my wish was granted. So in January 2014, I started a new assignment as the Vice President of Sales. And in Korea, I had another great 2.5 years. And in the first 2 years, we were very lucky because we doubled our sales there. And after that, I was offered for the first time to be the CEO of Mercedes-Benz Vietnam. And we moved to Ho Chi Minh City. And this was the first time that I actually was the head of a legal entity. And there, again, I was very fortunate because I was assigned to a country where the economy was taking off. And again, here in Vietnam, I was able to continue the success story of doubling our sales in 2 years in Vietnam. And after 3 wonderful years in Vietnam, I was given, again, another golden opportunity to be the President Director of Mercedes-Benz Distribution Indonesia. And I started my new position in July 2019. And I just celebrated my 3 years here last month.
Oh my goodness, you are very experienced. And from your experiences in previous markets, which strategies have or do you implement in Indonesia to repeat those success stories?
Whilst every market is unique in its own way, including Indonesia, I believe there are some basic fundamentals in our business that transcends across countries and customers. In other words, as the brand that not only invented our car, invented the automobile, but also major technological breakthroughs, we have the best product in terms of technology, safety, and comfort. And from this point of view, we're actually very blessed. The other component for success is engagement. Here, in this case, engagement of our customers, dealers, and my staff. Our aim is to have as much contact with our customers through events, on and offline communications. And we also put in a lot of efforts to engage all levels at our dealerships, as they are our partners, and these are the people working in the front line, day in and day out, delivering the Mercedes-Benz promise to our customers. And last but not least, our employee engagement is also, if not more important, so that they take full ownership of our business. My job is to constantly remind myself and all my colleagues at Mercedes-Benz Distribution Indonesia and the dealership our purpose. And our purpose is none other than to serve our customers with the best product and the best experience.
Is there a special moment in your career path that is very memorable?
Yes, I have to say that every single year of the last 23 years with the 3-pointer star had been a privilege, including the last 3 here in Indonesia. While I've had more than my fair share of successes in the years past, I believe that the best is yet to come. I'm looking forward to the launch of our battery electric vehicle, namely the EQ, and laying its foundation to opening a new chapter of success for the next 50 years in Indonesia. I say the next 50 years because Indonesia, we have been in Indonesia since 1970, and I have to say the first 50 years we have been relatively successful, but I'm even more positive that the next 50 years, together with the electrification of our model lineup, I think we will be even more successful going forward in the next 50 years.
Yes, hopefully. Do you enjoy road trips? What is the furthest location you've ever visited in Indonesia on road?
First of all, I enjoy driving. I enjoy driving a Mercedes because Mercedes cars are the best. The best, and they are very enjoyable to drive. Not only has it got the latest technology, comfort and safety, but just sheer driving behind the wheels of a Mercedes, you'll just get to enjoy it. And I continue to enjoy this experience also here in Indonesia. So last year, I took for the first time a long drive, yeah, all the way to Yogyakarta via Semarang and Borobudur.
Oh.
I was driving with my wife as the co-pilot, and we drove across on the highways. And I have to say, it was a very, very fruitful experience. First, it's a beautiful country. Maybe it's a beautiful island, Java. I cannot say for the rest of Indonesia yet. I'm pretty sure there are also many beautiful sceneries other than Java. But on the island of Java itself, I have to say it was a very beautiful scenery, especially the drive over the mountain range from Semarang to Borobudur. This was, I have to say, a very, very nice mountain view. Of course, your country is enriched. I mean, your country is blessed with lots of history, rich culture and heritage. Yeah?
Thank you, thank you.
Great food, but most of all, very nice people. Everywhere we go, we feel welcome. People are so nice. People are so polite. People are so happy to help. Yeah. So we really enjoyed that trip. So I'm looking forward to driving to maybe other cities here in Java, but also I look forward to the opportunity to one day to drive to Sumatra or to drive to Bali or maybe to other places like Makassar and so forth, which I am looking really forward to be able to drive there too.
Okay, thank you, Pak DJ. I think that is the final questions. Once more, thank you for your kindness and your time, and hopefully Mercedes-Benz will get more successful stories, and good luck for Mercedes-Benz Indonesia.
Thank you. Terima kasih.
Nah, M1ers, itulah tadi bincang-bincang kami dengan Bapak Choi Duk Jun selaku Presiden Direktur dari PT Mercedes-Benz Distribution Indonesia. Dan dari perbincangan tadi bisa disimpulkan bahwa Mercedes memiliki visi dan komitmen yang luar biasa, khususnya mengenai menghadapi elektrifikasi, di mana 5-10 tahun ke depan, tren otomotif akan mengarah pada kendaraan listrik dan connectivity. Jangan lupa like, share, komen, dan juga subscribe di kanal YouTube kami motor1.com Indonesia, serta kunjungi kami di Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, dan TikTok. Juga main-main di website kami di id.motor1.com. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya. Terima kasih, Pak DJ.